weekly vlog number 42. There's going to be some Christmas stuff being talked about in this video, so if you guys are against Christmas or you don't care for Christmas or whatever, and you don't want to hear me talk about Christmas stuff, go ahead and just skip this video. It's up to you. I don't usually talk about holiday stuff on my channel, and I also try and avoid political crap unless it's specific to gaming. Then I may actually mention it every once in a while, usually when I complain about something that a developer or publisher does with the game. But for holiday stuff, I usually leave it out. Same as religious stuff. I'm not religious, so I leave religious stuff and holiday stuff out of my channel. So there's a place where people can actually hear me talk about stuff and show content on my channel that's not oversaturated at certain points in the year through other channels that they may be watching, or even stuff on TV. So anyways, with that said, if you're still watching, I'll actually start with the stuff that is not related to Christmas, because there was something that happened earlier before Christmas, because Christmas was just yesterday on Friday. So what happened was the security camera I had on the side of the house, it had actually started dying, well, sort of getting ruined or messed up in some way over the last couple weeks or so, and I finally just took it down because I've had it unplugged for a while. It was getting all fogged up. I got a little moisture in the thing, even though it's supposed to be waterproof, but I guess apparently it can't handle Oregon's weather, so its waterproofing just wasn't good enough, and it got some moisture in it, and whenever it turned on, it would heat up, and that moisture would turn evaporate, but it would be locked inside the thing, and it would just make it so it couldn't actually see out of its lens cap. The lens cap is actually part of the housing around it that actually makes it waterproof. Inside is the circuitry. So that was the first thing that ended up happening. And the other thing was actually that it also kind of wasn't wanting to stay turned on. So I guess it seems like it's probably getting a little too cold and it's just not really wanting the cold anymore. But when it's actually on, after it loses signal to the screen repeatedly, unless it's the screen itself doing that, but I'm pretty sure it's the camera doing it and not the screen, because the screen doesn't really have any problems. But whenever I would turn it on, it would just lose signal to the screen repeatedly for a few minutes, then it would eventually just stay on. But with it getting all fogged up and not being able to see anything, I brought it inside and I actually took it apart and I aired it out a bit, and I also kind of adjusted its focus, because some reason it was focused to be looking at stuff an inch away instead of at a distance. And instead of putting it back outside because one of its wires is a little messed up, it's not completely a problem really. It's just the outer cover around the wires themselves, the copper wire, is actually a little compromised, it's a little ruined, because it's just a dying camera. I brought it inside and I just put it in the other room and hooked it up, so I'm just looking in the other room on that screen that the camera is plugged into, and I can see whenever my dog walks in there and does random shit now. So it's gonna be a little different, but kind of annoying. I still gotta get a new security camera for the side of the house, but I'm not really worried about that, and I'll probably not get another security camera for until maybe 2017, because I already got stuff planned for 2016. I gotta get my new CPU next month. I'm then gonna have to save up for a new chair, because the one I have is not gonna last much longer. It's probably gonna need to be welded before I get that new chair. And I'm hoping it doesn't need to be welded again, because that would be the third time it's been welded in order to be fixed, so I could actually use the damn thing. And of course, after I get the chair, I also have to get that trike that I wanted to actually get, and that I would actually have next month if I didn't have to replace hardware in my computer. So pretty much I have all of 2016 spending already planned, which is a little annoying. But now onto the Christmas stuff. Since yesterday was Christmas, I did actually get the WoW expansion, so World of Warcraft expansion. I finally got Warlords of Draenor, which is kind of cool, so eventually, after a couple months or so, I'm gonna actually finally renew my WoW account. It's gonna be nice. I'll actually get hardware in my computer replaced before I renew that, and finish up something on RuneScape, because I'm actually, it's kind of sad, but I'm almost maximum level in every skill on that, so I just want to get that out of the way so I can be like, yep, I never have to return to this fucking thing ever again, and I can just go to WoW now and just play it and enjoy a true game where you actually use fucking WASD keys instead of click, watch, wait, click, watch, wait, click, watch, wait, which actually gets really goddamn boring really, really quickly. Of course, the Legion expansion is also releasing in 2016, but by the time that releases, I should actually be able to afford it because I should be either done getting my trike by the time, I think that's releasing late 2016, so close to Christmas next year, actually. So I think I should either be done getting my trike by then, and all the other stuff before that. I also forgot to mention Wii U. I need to get a new Wii U before trike, but I should have all that other stuff bought or very close to finishing it before that expansion releases, so I'll be able to actually grab that expansion without worrying about money and saving up for crap and just getting the expensive stuff first and out of the way. So continue on with the Christmas stuff because I was just basically talking about, wow, the other stuff I got. Let's see, I got a $25 Amazon gift card from my younger brother. So with that, I actually just ordered a surface skimmer for my fish tank. So the surface skimmer is actually so I can remove all the specks that float around on the surface of the water, because whenever I clean the tank out, I use dechlorinator, just the water treatment crap you have to use to keep the fish alive. Whenever I use that, there's all this stuff that stays on the surface, but most of it that actually stays, because, well, pretty much all of that gets picked up by the filter normally, but most of what's up there seems to probably be some sort of surface algae that's just floating on top of the water. And I think that's what it is, because whenever I turn the filter and air bubbles off, kind of like they are right now because I'm recording, whenever those are off, the specks just slowly disappear over time. But after those specks kind of go away, I can see this green film on top of the water. So I think what's going on is that there's a bunch of algae at the top of the water and it keeps getting oversaturated with air, just completely aerated. It's just really loose floating around up there and it's not getting picked up by the filter. So the surface skimmer will actually pick that up and clear out the water. And most of the reason why my fish tank's water actually seems foggy is because all those specks are floating around and they're just kind of getting in the way. But when you're actually ignoring all those specks, then you look in the water and it's perfectly clear. It's nice, clear, clean water. And I really want the specks to go away so I can have a fish tank that actually looks as clean as it actually is, if you don't count all the algae that's building up in there, though it's actually been building up really slowly. But of course, as I mentioned in a previous video, the algae is apparently good for the water, so I'm not worried about taking stuff out and scrubbing the algae off. I'm just leaving it in there because no big deal. A surface skimmer is going to be helpful, even though, yeah, algae is good. So you just said algae is good, but you're removing the algae on the top of the water. That's actually annoying to me because it kind of makes the water look foggy, even though it's really not foggy. And even when I turn the stuff off, there's still these bits that takes a while to get to the surface because it's floating around, kind of just hanging around there, because it's really, really tiny specks. Along with that, I also ordered the AVerMedia for the biofilter I'm adding to the tank. The water bottle I explained, I think it was last week, I don't remember. The water bottle I'm going to be adding AVerMedia to and just throwing it into the tank with the air stone in. That's what I ordered the AVerMedia for, and actually I ordered it along with the surface skimmer. So I got those with the gift card for Amazon that I had. And after shipping and everything was calculated, it ended up being where I only had to pay around $7 or $8 for the thing, because the gift card paid for everything else, because it was just a $25 gift card. And it's actually kind of decent because I was expecting to pay a bit more, but it's kind of nice to save $25 on what I'm ordering, because it means next month I'm going to actually have a bit more left over than I was originally planning, and that can go to saving up for my chair a lot faster, because it's going to be an expensive chair, because I wanted to find one that actually truly has a proper weight limit, because I weigh 330 pounds at 5'10", and the best one I could find for that is the Maxnomic Titanus. That's actually meant for people that are 6 foot to 6'9", if I remember right. But the thing says it has a 374 pound weight limit, which is necessary because I weigh 330 pounds. And these have kind of good reviews everywhere, but I'd have to get it for myself. I'm hoping it's fine. I mean, it looks, you compare the bases and everything to try and get the size compared to the chair I have now, and it does actually seem like it's quite a bit bigger than what I'm using. The teardown of one of the chairs I watched, it looked really good. I'm hoping it's just a high quality chair, and I'm hoping it's the type of chair that I need and want, because the one I have now, it has fallen apart. It is just, I mean, the one I have now seriously was just so given the wrong information. When I got the thing, it said 350 pound weight limit on one area, then down in the description below it said 400 pound weight limit, And there's people who are reviewing it. I guess they only had it for a day or something, or they're just not even using it for more than a few minutes a day, and they're having it for a long period of time. It's like, oh yeah, this is an awesome chair. But those people that were reviewing it on Amazon, they're just saying, oh yeah, I weigh 300 something pounds and it's working perfectly ever since the day I got it. But within the first month of when I got the chair that I'm using now, the wheels started breaking, and I actually had to order new wheels after I salvaged wheels off of another chair I had sitting in the other room. Another chair that was actually broken and very similar to the one I have now, but it was different and a different company made it. So the chair I have now, only one of its wheels, I think, only one of its wheels is the same as what it came with, or it's a different one. I don't remember. I don't feel like getting up and checking. But pretty much all of the wheels on it were broken within the first month or two before I managed to order those new wheels off Amazon to replace the things. And that pissed me off, because that means its weight limit is nowhere near 350 pounds or 400 pounds like it says on Amazon for this damn thing. But the Maxnomic Titanus from Need for Speed, it actually might be something that's pretty good, because they say the base information, and they say 374 pounds, and there's not a whole lot of information, but you can find a little bit of information. People saying, oh, these guys are weighing 300 pounds or so, and they're using it and they're not having a problem. They're actually saying they're using it for extensive periods of time too. It's not the same people on Amazon who are probably only using it for a few minutes a day. But the problem I have with it is how expensive it is. $560 chair, well, $559, whatever, it's $1 cheaper, so I'm just rounding up to $560. So $560 chair, and that's not counting shipping, so it's probably over $600 if you include shipping, because it's a big ass chair. It's going to cost a lot to ship. And honestly, I forgot why I was talking about that chair. But anyways, so let's continue on. I mentioned Amazon gift card. I got the Surface Skimmer. I got the AVerMedia ordered. I got Warlords of Draenor for Christmas stuff. I also got a crap load of candy that I really don't need. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's gonna take me a while. If I was back in middle school or high school, I probably wouldn't have any left already, but it's probably gonna take me another week before I finish up the little bit of candy I have left, because I just don't really care about eating candy anymore these days. I don't know. I guess after I got SSI, I kind of satisfied myself enough with the amount of candy and junk food I started getting right after I got SSI, and since then, it's just, I don't care if it's there or whatever. I'll eat something a little bit every once in a while if we happen to have it. But if I go in the store, I don't care. I'm not going to pick out any candy or just junk food like that. I might get chips once in a while, but not really. I don't really ever feel like eating that stuff anymore. And yeah, I am a big guy. I don't eat healthy. I'm not saying I eat healthy. I don't eat healthy, but the food I eat is stuff that I like and I enjoy. It's not healthy food, but it's not like I'm stuffing my face with candy and chips all fucking day long. The other big thing I also got from Christmas was one of the seasons on DVD of Batman the Animated Series, the 90s amazing show. I got season 2. I don't know why I was given season 2, and I listed all 4 seasons, gave links to them to my mom when she asked me for a list for Christmas, but some reason she chose season 2, which is not really a big deal. I wanted all 4 seasons, so I can just get the other 3 seasons later. I can leave them for a list. I don't know. It kind of just depends on how the next year goes, but I got a fucking season of that, and I actually just watched the full thing already. But it's awesome. It's probably the best Batman show ever made. That entire series. And there's a lot of people that say that. I don't know why my mom thinks the old crappy fucking live action thing with the cheap cheesy outfits looks all cool when it's just that just looks so horrible. That looks like, oh my god, I don't even know. Just the old 80s live action crap where they would punch someone and they'd bring up this fucking comic strip style POW or bash or whatever the fuck. I don't like the way that show looks, but the cartoon, the Batman Animated Series cartoon, is fucking perfect, and it's so goddamn good if you actually think about it. The voice actors chosen to play Joker and to play Batman, they were so good that they're in all of the Arkham games. So from Arkham Asylum, you got Joker's voice actor from the animated series, Mark Hamill. I don't remember, I think it's Kevin Conroy, I don't remember for Batman. I think it's Kevin Conroy. I don't know. I'm not really good at remembering actors or voice actors' names, but I think it's Kevin Conroy. And if it is, if it's not, then go ahead and correct me. But if it is, then yeah. So Kevin Conroy, they got him to play the voice of Batman from animated series on the Arkham Asylum. And of course, you get Arkham City, the same voice actors. Then I think on Arkham Origins is when they swapped out Joker's voice actor. But the person they swapped him out with, they tried to sound like Joker. Then I think on Arkham Knight, they still use the same ones. I'm not sure. I have not played Arkham Knight because of all the bullshit that's been going on with my computer. And all the bullshit that happened with Arkham Knight's release, actually, because that was just not acceptable. And holy shit. Yeah, especially because of Arkham Origins. If I knew what kind of a shit show that was going to be, I probably wouldn't have bought that either, but I do still have it for Wii U, and I don't know if I'm ever going to play it again because I'll just be scared that it's going to kill my next Wii U again. I might play it someday, but I have no idea. So anyways, I got that the animated series season 2 or volume 2, whatever you want to call it. You can get it on DVD on Amazon. It's awesome. If you have not seen it, it's something you are missing. It was an old 90s cartoon show on TV, and it was just so goddamn perfect. There's a lot of flaws, there's some what the fuck moments, and just, I don't know, you have to see it, basically, to understand why it's so good. You have to see it. But even just right from its intro, you can see this is going to be epic. And even its outro music is pretty good. It makes you want to sit through the end credits. But son of a bitch, I'm glad I have that thing because now I can actually rewatch some Batman cartoons from my childhood. And it's going to be awesome. It also means I now have more stuff to watch instead of just Smallville and the Harry Potter series because I haven't really had the money to afford new shows or movies yet. So anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I got my younger brother a rifle sling for his rifle because he goes hunting all the time. I got my older brother just bike parts I had laying around in the other room. I just gave him those because he was going to buy those from me anyways, so I threw those to him. I got my dad a couple AC/DC CDs, so I got him Back in Black and Highway to Hell. I think those are probably the two best ones. I'm not really sure. They're the two that I know of the most. Those are a couple good songs. The album, the CD, whatever, some reason have the exact same name as a couple songs, one song on each CD. There's a song called Highway to Hell, and there's a song called Back in Black. Both of those songs are pretty goddamn good. So, I don't know, those are the most familiar sounding AC/DC songs to me. So I got him those, and he seemed to really enjoy it, even though my mom got pissed because he was playing the music loud when she was trying to talk and listen to people in the house. And he just, I guess he got a little upset, and he just left the room with my younger brother, and they went out to listen to it in the shop. And he came back in later after he actually listened to one of the CDs, and my mom was all, "Oh, you were listening to this? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were listening to the CD. I thought you were just going and watching stuff on YouTube again." So that was actually, I don't know, I kind of feel bad for my dad for that point, but whatever. He's got the CDs now, so he can listen to them a lot, and I got them on my computer, so if something happens, I can reburn them for him, because that's the stuff I mentioned about the Amazon Music CD just being gifted instead of ordered. That's not a gift. You get the download. I had to actually open the CDs before he got them and actually put them on my computer and make sure I didn't lose the plastic. I had to slip them back in the plastic so they actually had that new CD plastic covering and make it look like it wasn't opened. Though I still explained to him that I opened it to put the CDs on my computer so I can reburn it for him whenever he needs to. And for my mom, I just got a Starbucks gift card. I was going to order her something from Kohl's. The site is for some clothes and other crap, but I did that last year and it was something that was pretty cheap, though shipping was kind of expensive for it last year too. But this year, I don't know, the shipping was driving it up over what I was actually capable of affording for everyone, because I gave everyone a $20 limit for Christmas. Then my brother had a $40 limit because I had to combine his birthday and Christmas because his birthday is next month. And so because the price for my mom went up over that $20, and I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get Starbucks. Then I also remembered that I got the stuff from that site last year as well, but when I went to order stuff from it last year, I'd go through checkout, enter all the information, and it would say, okay, order confirmation. Then I would get an email a few hours later saying, oh, this is out of stock. We had to cancel your order. It's like, God damn it. So I had to go in 3 different fucking times before it finally went through and said, okay, good, it's in stock. Because I guess they're too retarded to update their damn site with the proper information. And that was not cool. So I I was just one more reason why not to order from that site and just get her a Starbucks gift card anyways. And she wanted Starbucks as well, so that's kind of helpful. Of course, she doesn't give a shit about the color of the cups. No one gives a shit about the color of the cups. No one I know gives a shit. They're just more annoyed, like, why are you bitching about the color of the cup? I looked at it, I was like, huh, cup looks pretty. Nice and red. Big deal. It doesn't have this weird-ass design all over. I think they usually have some weird design. I'm not sure what the design is. It's not usually a solid red, but the solid red actually works good. And red isn't always just Christmas. I don't know why people are bitching about the red color of a goddamn cup. It's just, I don't know. So anyways, I think that's pretty much it. This is a long video, holy shit. Audio clip here is almost at 30 minutes now in Audacity, so I guess that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know with a comment, like, subscribe, and or a share, and I will see you guys next week or on some other video, but until then, I will see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.